Hey guys, welcome back. Scott here with a new kind of a hybrid video today between my beer dissection as well as kind of a refresher of a what is style. Okay, what I have today for the beer dissection is from the famous Schlenkerla brewery in Bamberg, Germany. It's called the Rauchbier, the Marzen style Rauchbier. Now, Rauch means, for just to refresh you guys, means smoke. Beer means beer. Now, Schlenkerla is right out of Bamberg, just like Spezial. Now, I was in Bamberg doing a triathlon, Ironman distance triathlon, just south of there in Roth, Germany. So I had the pleasure of actually having, it wasn't the Marzen style, which I have here today, but it was their Helles style, because Schlenkerla will make smoked beer. They make a Marzen, a Doppelbock, they make a Helles. Remember, Helles means light. And I think there's one other one that they make that I'm just not thinking of right now. How they smoke it is during the malt, during the kilning process. They usually use beechwood. At least Schlenkerla only uses exclusively beechwood. But smoked beer in general, if you get it at a lot of your local breweries, they could use oak. It's not as common, but they may even import some of this smoked malt, and they just kind of smolder the flame. They don't want a high heat, and it just kind of smokes the malt gently. And they use this with typical like Munich malt, the smoked malt, to produce the smoke effect to the Rauchbier. Now, the unusual thing about Schlenkerla, their Helles, which again means light, it pours kind of like a typical lager. That one they actually don't use smoked malt. They use from the yeast that they use from other batches of beer. They found that the yeast actually will take in the characteristics of the smoke flavor. So they'll use that in the Helles. And the Helles from Schlenkerla isn't as robust of a smokiness to it. So I usually tell people, if they're going to try the Schlenkerla Rauchbier, maybe try the Helles first, see how you like it, because this one's definitely going to be a lot more pungent with the smoke characteristics to it. So again, this one's specifically out of Bamberg, Germany. If I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, Spezial is another brewery that's very popular there that produces smoked beer. I think when I was over there, I had the Helles version. I don't recall having the Marzen style for that. So that's really it. It is a lager. This it comes in at 5.1% alcohol. So it is going to be crisper, cleaner because that lager yeast. It's going to drink like a Marzen, which is, again, your Oktoberfest beer. Okay? Remember, in Oktoberfest beers, there's the Oktoberfest beer or the Fest beer, which is a lighter version, and there's the Marzen style, which is more of that golden, amber, sometimes light copper beer that most people, like Sam Adams, produces a lot in that style. So this one I'm expecting to be more in the amber copper range, and that's that. So again, if you've never tried smoked beer, I would try it out. It's one of my favorite styles of beer. Domestically, I know either Alaskan Brewing Company or Anchorage Brewing Company makes a smoked porter, which is another beer to try to check out domestically. And I don't think I've been able to find Spezial, which is again the other one out of Bamberg. But if you happen to see that, that's an authentic Rauchbier. Next to Schlenkerla. I think they said Bamberg, Germany, has the most breweries per capita in the world. I think they said there's like 15 breweries for like 60, 70,000 people per Pat Fahey, who's a master cicerone that I watch a lot on and learn a lot from him. So anyway, guys, so this is, again, Schlenkerla, excuse me, I got tongue-tied there for a second. The Rauchbier, the Marzen style. Again, you will see it with the Doppelbock and everything else in the Helles, which is, again, the lighter version. So let me get this open. I'm just having a little problem here. There we go. All right, I'm just using my regular Teku glass. You can use anything. Willie Becker glass is ideal too. Anything you enjoy, your lagers in. You could even go with something stemmed, I wouldn't even mind using a Pilsner glass, like a stem Pilsner glass. All right, so a little bit about that. I am going to, at the end of this video, tag my longer Ruck Beer What Is Style under the What Is Style playlist. I think I go a little longer into Ruck Beer and the production of it. But again, the main thing is it's smoked malt, beech wood, and it produces that smokiness to it. And I'll talk a little bit more about it when I go through this right now. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So, we got this nice, pretty, about inch off-white, maybe even a light tan head. Bubbles are pretty tight. You get a little bit of that crema effect that sometimes I mention, like if you had an espresso. Right now, I'm even getting that smokiness right now from just keeping the beer even about a foot from me. The color is kind of a medium brown, to a dark brown. I mean, in front of me, it looks a little darker, but on the camera, I can see it's showing that you can see through. It is pretty clear. But again, that amber, or maybe even like a light copper color, and not much more than that, but it is pretty clear there. And you can see the head's kind of maintaining itself a little bit. I didn't pour it that aggressively. Okay, let's take a sniff of this. Wow, yeah, you got a lot of smoke. You think of like a campfire, burning. Again, they're using beech wood for this, but almost like you had, smoked bacon, that earthy, woodsy, like I said, earthy character to it. But other than that, it smells like the Marzen. This is definitely a malt forward beer, so you will get some notes of that, brioche, challah bread, crusty bread, slight toffee, well-toasted bread crust. Okay, but again, more dark, richer bread, pumpernickel, things like that. But without a doubt, you're getting that smoke. So if you ever bought liquid smoke, this smells better. I think the beech wood smells better. I don't know what they use to make the liquid smoke. Some people put in their barbecue, things like that. So you smell this, you get an idea of like smoked bacon, barbecue, fireplace, outdoor fireplace, smoke, okay? Very nice though, very pleasant. And that's pretty much all you get. You're not really going to get much as far as they're using German noble hops, Hallertau, Mittelfrüh, Spalt, Tettning, and stuff when they make this beer, but you're not going to get much hop character to this beer at all, other than probably some bitterness to counteract the sweetness of the malt. But this will be a more malt-driven beer. But again, every time I go back to whether it's a short sniff, drive by, even when I had it a foot away from me, you're getting that smoke. But if you've never tried this style, I would definitely check it out. Again, I'm looking at the color once again. It's a very pretty looking beer. So anyway, guys, cheers. I should say Prost for this beer. Wow. Delicious. Let me talk about the malt. It's that bready, biscuit, deep, challah bread crust character to it. Just kind of moderate bitterness. Again, not much to the hops on the flavor, just like on the aroma. But you get that smoky fireplace, smoked bacon type of, or even barbecue, smoking outside type of flavor and feeling to this. Drink's pretty dry. I mean, it is medium bodied, but bottom fermented lager yeast. Still kind of crisp. Okay, not a lot of residual sweetness. It is definitely malt forward. Carbonation is kind of medium carbonation. On the aftertaste, you're kind of left with like a medium to dark toast. Bread crust, again, kind of challah top, biscuit. Like you're drinking a typical Marzen, but without a doubt, you get kind of smacked in the face a little bit with the smoke. Now this one, like I said, the Marzen is going to be more smoked, have more of a robust smoke flavor than the Helles will be. I don't know if I've had the Doppelbock. I'm sure I've had it once. Again, look for a Doppelbock base beer with using smoked malt. And they're usually, again, they're using typically Munich malt with this, lager yeast, and anywhere from 20 to 80%, even as high with smoked malt. Okay, so again, hence Rauch beer. But again, very smooth and dry for something with such a bold flavor like smoke, which is, again, not very common in most people, at least in the United States. Now, when I did my video that I'm going to have tagged, the little YouTube box at the very end, I did a beer review of Lake Placid Pub and Brewery, or Big Slide. I forget, they're sister breweries, like about a mile from each other. I was doing a beer dissection on their Rauch beer. So if you're interested in that, take a look at that, and just another variety. I may even have to watch it. I've done that one several months ago. But really good, guys. This has become one of my favorite styles of beer, especially international styles of beer. I wish I would have spent more time in Germany having this, at least especially in Bamberg. Wow. Even on that sip, kind of the aftertaste, you get a little bit more of that biscuit top, darker bread type of character too. Maybe even like a slight caramel toffee. And I know I mentioned the bitterness before, but I just want to see again. Kind of just a moderate amount of bitterness. Again, hops will not be very important in this beer. Don't be expecting something like an IPA with this beer. Grade-wise, listen, A+. Overall drinkability, enjoyability, A+ for me. If you've never had smoked beer, the first time having this one, especially if you choose the Marzen and not the Helles, it may be a little unusual for you, but I gotta say, you like eating barbecue, you like fireplaces, you like smoked bacon, you kind of get that meaty, hammy, bacon-like kind of character when you're drinking this. And I think I actually mentioned this beer in one of my other videos about at Christmas time, a breakfast beer. So even though a lot of times we're not drinking beer at breakfast, some do, some don't. But if you're drinking champagne or mimosas, if you have a typical, eggs and bacon breakfast, this beer would probably complement it very well. So definitely A+, guys. So anyway, guys, today's hybrid what is style Rauch beer, smoked beer, crossed with a beer dissection of the famous Schlenkerla. I'm not getting tongue-tied this time on it, Schlenkerla. And I'll quit while I'm ahead. They're Marzen style Rauch beer, smoked beer, excellent. So if you see it in the store, I would try it out. The Helles is usually I believe like a light blue and white label. Obviously this one's kind of like a yellowish orange label. And that's it. Till the next beer dissection video, guys. Hopefully you got a little out of that. Check the little box if you want to know a little bit more about Rauch beer on the video that I'll try to tag on YouTube. All right, till next beer dissection video, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.